Yo, what up guys, MxgicIQ here, and today I'm going to be talking about a couple little topics. One's going to be the new Freyna update. Essentially what we're going to be getting is a rework of Freyna as discussed in this article, so who knows when that's going to come out, but they will be looking at reworking dot damage based characters because NPCs right now currently just die way too fast for those characters to even be useful, as they talk about in an article, which was an interview, linked down below in the description if you guys want to check that out. They also cover a bunch of other topics like how to unlock Haley in the new update and a bunch of other stuff like that. So if you guys are interested in that, check that out down below. But besides that, I'm just going to be responding to some comments about my most recent video, essentially saying, will this next update bring players back to the First Descendant? I want to clear up a couple things. Guys, I never said the game was dead. I never even said the game was dying. I simply stated facts based off of data. I said the game currently has a dwindling player base, as you guys can see here by these Steam charts. It actually even went down a little bit after that video for the next 24-hour period, so it's right before an update. You would think it would be higher than it's been before. In the most recent, I guess you could say weeks, you would think it would kind of go like this, coming back up towards a new update, and then when that new update comes out, shoot up. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like that. Hopefully, when we check these Steam charts tomorrow and see the player base come back for Season 1, hopefully it's a little bit higher than I'm expecting. But personally, I don't think it's going to be too high. It might have a small spike and then go back down, because if we're being honest with ourselves, guys, the first season of content that we'll be releasing will only have, as of August 29th, a new character which cannot be fully built until October 10th, and then it will also only have a couple of missions that are essentially in-game dungeons that are just reworked. I'm really interested to see how interesting or how replayable this new content that comes to the game is, because currently this game is really lacking in the area of replayable content, but apparently these invasion dungeons are based on time, so hopefully they add something like leaderboards to add a little bit of competitiveness to the game. I highly recommend and think that they should go ahead and add weekly challenges, weekly, I guess you could say community challenges, community competitions, so people can go ahead and compete with each other and add a little bit of replayability to the game, as well as a competitive aspect, because right now the game doesn't have any. And if you just add a leaderboard to the game, I think it'll make it a lot more desirable for people that enjoy like speedrunning content and things like that to go ahead and compete in the game without having to directly add PvP, which I would honestly love, as I am a very competitive person and I love PvP based games. This is honestly one of the first games I've ever played that has zero PvP in it. It's not something I usually enjoy, but I made an exception for this game because I'm a lover of looter shooters, and this game seemed really interesting to me, and I have truthfully enjoyed my time. But it is getting to the point now where the gameplay loop is getting pretty stale for me, and I think a lot of other people share that opinion as well, hence why I made that video in the first place. But it just resulted in everybody thinking I said the game is dog shit for some reason. Never said this game is ass. I absolutely love this game. This game is an amazing game. I agree with the people that think this game is great. What I don't agree with is that this first season of content is being done in the right way. People for some reason think it's actually a good way to release seasonal content in a live service game, and I would highly disagree. So hopefully in the future they see the feedback, as they already did make a couple changes by delaying the September update and making it only a second update in October, but pushing it up to the 10th rather than the 30th. So it's kind of a win-lose there. I don't really see anything changing in terms of the original layout and this next layout. It actually seems like it might be a little bit worse, as you're going to have a bigger gap in time between when players are playing your game or not, because I think, really, in my opinion, Season 1 doesn't fully release until October the 10th. This game is going to be pretty stale until then, unless, again, these new dungeons are just a blast. So we'll be going ahead and checking that out tonight. Also, at midnight, I will be live for a 24-hour live stream. I will be starting out probably on Car X Street, though, and honestly, if I'm enjoying myself, guys, I might not get on the First Descendant till a little bit later, but I'll make sure to at least go ahead and hop on at 4 a.m. to check out the new invaded dungeons and checking out those new challenges for Haley and how to get that character. But it does talk about how to get that character in that article down below in the description if you guys want to go ahead and check out that interview. They essentially did talk about how to get Haley and how she will be earned, and it's a little bit different than before, so you guys should definitely go check that out. But that's honestly all I have to talk about today, man. I just wanted to go ahead and address some of the people thinking that I was speaking negatively about this game when I was literally just stating facts and going based off data. I don't know why that hurts people's feelings sometimes, but I understand. If you just looked at the thumbnail and didn't watch the video, even though Again, the thumbnail, I believe, was based in truth. I said, will Season 1 save the game? Because a lot of live service games are looked at for their first season of content and judged heavily by a majority of the player base on whether or not they will continue to play said game. If the first season's ass, most players aren't going to come back. And as we've seen from other games, when that first season of content doesn't hit like it's supposed to, you lose a large majority of that original player base, and it is very hard to win them back. Whereas if that first season really blows everybody away and blows their socks off, then you retain a high number of players for years and months to come. So I really hope they're able to go ahead and bring this one back, and that October 10th update really hits hard, and a lot of players do return to the game. So we'll go ahead and check out the Steam charts in the coming days, and in those days coming up till October 10th, and see where the game is at. I really hope this game retains a player base, but as you guys heard me say in that last video, I'm going to be checking out this game up until Season 2. If nothing really competitive or super interesting comes out within the first 2 seasons, then we'll have to see where we're going to take the channel from there. I know a lot of Division content is going to be coming out. Hopefully they're able to pull that game together, man. I love that franchise. I just think Ubisoft makes a lot of the wrong decisions when it comes to kind of throwing that game under the bus, and it should be one of their main priorities, as I think it's a unique title and very, very near and dear to my heart and many others. So hopefully they're able to pull that together, but if not, we'll have First Descendant to hopefully bring it back and make us invested into the looter shooter genre of video games here on the channel again. But we will have builds coming out for Car X Street, both drift and grip on the wheel and controller, so make sure you guys are looking out for those as well if you are into car games. Again, I will leave a trailer to that game link down below in the description. You guys can also come check it out live on Twitch, twitch.tv/MxgicIQ. I will have drops for the First Descendant as well as this bunny build coming out tomorrow, which is going to be completely updated for speedrunning and everything invasion dungeon based, as well as mobbing based in general. I will also have a new Freyna build coming out for mobbing for Season 1, because we will be able to change all settings and sockets on different settings. So make sure you guys go ahead and tune in for that. I will see you guys in the next video. It's been MxgicIQ, and I'm out. See you in Season 1. Peace.